Welcome to Catching Up with Al. Do the right thing and subscribe, like, and comment if you have any opinions on the views shared in this video. And just like that, let's get into it. And in this video, we're going to have a look at the Friday diarrhea sessions, which were quite interesting because it was so evident, man. You could just see that Big Brother made a compilation of all the questions that we wanted answers to. So the most recurring questions that he kept on asking was about Tamara's head of house reign, as well as the relationship between head of house Tamara and Yoli, and in the way that they carried out the authority this week, right? And then another question that he kept on asking was the question about the relationships. You know, I think Big Brother just wanted them to confirm what is going on with the relationships. So this is what Venus had to say about her situation with BU in the diary room.
So I can't really, there's not much space for love and the type of love that's, like a romantic type of love. There's no space.
Which is so funny to me because I can't tell who's delusional between BU and Venus. But then at the same time, Venus has been telling BU, but BU, this is not what I want, right? And then BU is just keeping at it. He's keeping the chase going. He's keeping at it. And then the funniest thing for me is that in the men's conference that they had, they asked BU what is going on between you and Venus. And BU made it seem as if they are in a relationship. So I don't even know why he was lying. And that's just so embarrassing. Because what happened now on Friday, when Venus and Themba were having a conversation, Venus told Themba, like, no, dude, like, we're not in a relationship, you know? And then Themba was so shocked, but hi, Bo, I thought you guys were a thing. And Venus was like, no, we're just getting to know each other. And you could just see in Themba's face, like, he had that, what the fuck, look in his face. Because, like, guys said they are in a relationship. So that's a bit confusing. And I don't know what's going on with that situation. What do you guys think?
Now, as we continue, tell Big Brother if your decision is based purely on the conflict that you have between your mind and your feelings.
And then in Libo's diary session, Libo and Mpo was the trending topic of the week, guys, this week. He just said what he's been saying the whole week, right? He's been talking about how he didn't mean to come into the house and fall in love with someone because he's not in a position to love right now because he's working on himself. He's never felt this good about himself, and so he doesn't want to find himself in a relationship where now he loses that part of himself again. So now he said he's fighting with his mind because this was not the game plan. And then basically Big Brother asked him, is the decision for you to not take it further with Mpo, is it because is it because of the reason that you're stating now, that you're saying you're fighting with your mind, or is it because you feel as though Mpo is not reciprocating those feelings? And then Libo went ahead to say, no, it's because I'm fighting with my heart and my mind. I need to listen to my mind and just keep my head in the game, which is also confusing, and you're gonna see why in the next video. Let me know what you thought about Libo's diary session. And next is Vyno's diary session. So in Vyno's diary session, Big Brother basically was asking him about the first time that he and Terry met outside of the house. And then he was asking him about what was the difference in attraction towards Terry between the time that he met him outside the house and now in the house, that they're now together in the house. And then Terry did mention that when she had her first interaction with Vyno, he was a bit off and cold towards her. He didn't really show much interest. So Vyno's response to that was that they were in a working space. He was busy recording when she pulled through. And then when she pulled through, she was also there to work and record. So it didn't really interact much because he was just focusing on this. And then he also said it's because there was also like so many guys and that he didn't know her and he was just trying to focus on work. And then he also even mentioned that, oh, she was wearing coats, a coat and boots and whatnot because it was cold. And so like now that he's getting to know her, he keeps on saying he's attracted to her mind, he's attracted to her personality, because I know that he did mention before the fact that Terry is not his regular type, whatever that means. So he said Terry is not his regular type, and that he's usually more into like the pretty girls, the slay queens. And I was like, I don't know if that's a compliment or if that's, you know, it's, you don't know how are you going to take that if someone says that to you. And so even in the diary session, he was saying that, oh, I'm more attracted to her personality now that I get to know her. She's such a dope human being. And I'm like, I don't know how well this is going to go over. Because even in the comment section, I was looking and reading, and people were saying, why does he keep saying he's attracted? Like, it's like he keeps repeating the fact that, oh, I'm attracted to her personality. But anyways, that was that. He just said, no, they're getting to know each other. The relationship is going well. And it's a genuine thing. And then Big Brother also said that he was also asking if they are keeping the 2 million rand in mind. And he also said a statement of who's fooling who, as in like, are they both like genuinely into it? Is he sure that no one is playing anyone? And then Vyno left the diary room with a lot in his mind after that. Like, a Big Brother is trying to throw some spanner in the works there. And yeah.
Then afterwards, it just grew because of, I just like where her mind is at. I like her personality. She's strong, you know, and there's something that.
And then in Thulz diary session, Big Brother asked him obviously about Nale and Tato. And then this is what he had to say about his situation with Nale.
Well, myself and Nale, that's over. We're friends. And nothing really even happened, so I can't even say it.
So he was basically saying that there's nothing there. And then this is what he had to say about Tato.
Tato and I, on the other hand, I actually sat her down and told her that, look, I still have a crush on Naledi, so I don't want to do anything with you or rush into anything. I just want to focus on the game.
Okay, and so in Themba's diary session, Themba actually makes me laugh. Big Brother asked him about what he thought about the dynamics between Tamara and Yoli when they were head of house and deputy head of house. And basically all he said was what he's been saying, that Yoli was a bit overpowering, you know, in a sense of you couldn't even tell who's head of house and who's deputy head of house, of which she has expressed that before. And then, but he was saying like he loved the way Tamara was handling things because he wasn't trying to like step on anyone's toes or like overpower anyone with his authority.
Well, obviously, I felt like Yuli was overpowering, but clearly Tamara was playing it nice. I think he did good because he was.
And then Big Brother was asking Themba about like what his relationship status is in the house. And he basically said, no, he's not looking for a relationship in the house. But what he is trying to do though, is he's trying to confuse the other housemates by by telling them to go and be in a relationship with this one. Go and be in the relationship with this one, because his main focus is the 2 meter guys. And I love how he's such a focused king, hey? Because he kept on mentioning like, I am focused on the 2 meter. So like he's trying to get the housemates to be in a relationship because he feels as though when they are in a relationship, then they forget about the game. And that's his view on things. And that's all for his diary session.
I would tell a person that the person should go ahead and have a relationship with that person, because if they're concentrating on relationships and stuff, they forget about the game. So,
like who, for example?
For an example, I told Thulz.
And now let's talk about Acacia. Acacia was talking about Venus, guys.
Just like, but you caused this. You know, you're the reason for this misinterpretation and this drama, but yet you're standing here and you're telling people to be calm. I don't like drama.
Like, it's obvious, like in every conversation. She was talking about Venus in the diary session. She was talking about how, like, basically painting Venus as a villain, right? So she was talking about how Venus is like a shit stirrer or shit starter. And that like she'll start these conversations and talk about people behind their backs, and then when when people come and ask her about it, she'll put it in the sense of, no, it wasn't me, I wasn't involved and whatnot. And then another thing that she was talking about is that, but she was basically painting her as a villain, man. I'm going to show you a clip right now.
Whenever we engage or whatever, it's so easy to forget that, oh, BU, oh, Venus, you know. And I feel like they're playing the strongest game right now, because at no point do people ever like remember that we have.
And another thing that she mentioned was that she thinks that Venus's strategy is just to lay low so that no one notices her. Because basically she was saying that no one takes note of her. Like, she's forgettable. She's the most forgettable one in the house. Like, she literally hates her. Like, it's so funny the way she hates Venus, guys. She was saying, she is under the radar. She's under the radar. No one thinks of her. So no one's going to think to put her up for nomination because she's so forgettable. Like, she's not in anyone's mind because she's so quiet and laid back and whatnot and whatnot. So that's basically, like, Acacia was talking about Venus. That's all you need to know. And the interesting part about Gashwan's diary session is when he revealed that his strategy was to collapse all the relationships so that he can pick up the pieces. And it's clear, guys, that's what he's been doing. That's what I've been saying. That's what I've been doing. Like, these people cannot trust Gashwan. And it seems to be working because you will never suspect it, you know, because of his personality. You would never suspect that he's actually quite snaky and queefy. He just wants to scatter everyone's relationships and then try and be the one who's picking up the pieces. And I've been saying it. This is what he said.
I'm just observing. I'm just waiting for all these relationships to collapse, if they do collapse, and I'll be the one to pick up the pieces and see where I take it from there.
And then Paul's diary section was like the most intense, hey? Because Big Brother asked her to talk about her relationship dynamics in the house, ranking from the highest priority to the lowest priority. Girl did not even waste time. She was like, Libo, Big Brother. She basically shared how she felt like Libo was playing a game with her, because to her, when she talks to her, he is someone else, but then she'll hear things from the other housemates. Now, this is the thing about this men's conference, and I don't know, he's aware now, but before they were not aware that they come and they gather, and then they share information, and they talk up, and they talk to each other. And then what happens is some of the guys in the men's conference will go back and will literally share what is being said to other housemates with a little bit of spice, because apparently Gashwan has been whispering in Paul's ear, telling her about the things that are being said in the men's conference, you know, not knowing that Libo is actually trying to confuse everyone. And these are the things I've been saying, that like you can't listen to Libo's conversation when he's talking to other people, because he's trying to confuse them. You will know his truth when he's talking either to Big Brother, to Thulz, or to Vyno. That's where you'll know, okay, this is the truth. So now what happened is Gashwan went back to Umpo, and sorry for looking down, it's like, it's my way of thinking. Gashwan went back to Umpo and told her about like what's being said in the men's conference and added some spice, trying to scatter the relationship. So Umpo was dwelling on that, and because of that she felt played, to an extent where she even shared that she wishes Libo was also up for a nomination, and that if ever she would get the chance to be able to put him up for a nomination, she will, because she wants him to also feel the pressure so that he can stop playing games.
I'm gonna play him at his game, and when I get the opportunity, I'm gonna put him on the hot seat.
So, tell Big Brother, besides everything else, how you really feel about Libo.
And that is it for the diary sessions. I will see you in the next video.